press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello my dear students, we had started with the chapter political parties, right? So in that we were discussing about national parties, wherein a few of the terms we did discuss, that is related to like how many kinds of parties are there, and in that when it comes to national parties we had discussed about AITC, that is All India Trinamool Congress, first thing, and second is Bahujan Samaj Party, right? So these were the two things we had discussed. So today let us know about the another national party, that is BJP, right? Most of you people are aware of this. Okay, so what what is the full form of BJP? Like abbreviation, it is Bharatiya Janata Party, right? Yes. So when it comes to Bharatiya Janata Party, it was founded in the year 1980, that too by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, that too in the 1951, he had founded as Bharatiya Jana Sangha. Okay, earlier it was Bharatiya Jana Sangha and it was founded by Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, that too in the year 1951. So he built a strong, so with that, okay, later on it got the name Bharatiya Janata Party. So it built a very strong and modern India. So now you can see digital India and all, right? Yes. So when this particular party came into existence, they had built a very strong and even modern India. They wanted to build a modern India, but they got inspired from few of the theories, or say like few of the culture. That is, they got inspired from Indian culture and even the values it carries. In that, Deenadayal Upadhyay's ideas, okay, related to integral humanism, or say and Antyodaya is being adopted. So humanism, inspiration. See, you need certain things to get inspired, right? Yes, I have got inspired from so and so person. Whatever they had given, whatever principles they had followed, I want to follow it. So few people will be having these things, right? So in the same way, certain ideas related to humanism, or say even Antyodaya is being adopted, and even there is this BJP, okay, Bharatiya Janata Party, it always aims to uphold Hindutva. That doesn't mean that it is not caring for other people, because we are in a secular India. When it comes to secularism, we have to respect, and we do respect each and every person, every religion there, right? In the same way, like Bharatiya Janata Party, it gives importance to Hindutva, or say it gives the importance there, okay? Like it considers this as an important concept here, and it wants to bring uniform civil code. Okay, this is the aim actually. It is of each and every person whosoever is knowing the problem that has caused, or that has been making the differences, or that is the cause for all the differences and all. They want this uniform civil code to be brought. Nothing but each and every single person. As now we have the personal laws, okay, family law 1, family law 2, wherein we say Hindu law and Mohammedan law. Like it is a different law for both the religion, right? So that has to be removed, and uniform civil code has to be adopted to each and every person, so that there won't be any differences. So people in the country, they want the same thing. Like yes, when it comes to India, there has to be applicable, or you have to make this a uniform civil code applicable to each and every single person. So that is what has been dreamt by Bharatiya Janata Party. And there is a ban that is on religious conversion. If at all you want to convert, if at all, see, most of the, you might have come across a few of the cases recently that has happened in UP and all. So if at all you want to marry a Hindu, you have to get converted if you are a Muslim. And if you want to marry a Muslim, then yes, only a girl will be asked to get convert, okay? So that is totally banned now. Whosoever it is, there should not be any forcible conversion. If the person wants to get converted to some other religion on his own will and wish, definitely that can happen. But no person can force any person to get converted to other religion. So next is limited this particular thing. It was limited to a particular place earlier, that is north and west. Now it is expanded to south and even east and northeast. Okay, earlier it was only for a particular place. It was BJP was related to only a particular place when it comes to India. Now it is spread everywhere, and yes, it has got a very large party with 282 members. So it's a very big party, right? Yes. This next one is Communist Party of India, that is CPI. So it was formed in the year 1925. Earlier it had much more importance. Now the importance is declining here, and they followed this Marxism, Leninism with secularism and democracy. Certain concepts or say certain things they got inspired with, and they accept parliamentary democracy and as a means of promoting interest. Okay, like when it comes to working class or say farmers or even the poor, they give much importance to the poor or say the middle class people so that they can overcome all the difficulties and all. And yes, earlier it had got much more importance, but with the days it started becoming very weak, and hardly any percent of vote they have got. So that's the reason now we can hardly find this CPI party in India. Okay, and yes, the significant importance when it comes to the CPI party, okay, we can find that the importance is given in only a few particular places, that is Kerala, West Bengal, Punjab, AP, that is Andhra Pradesh, and even Tamil Nadu. So you can find it hardly you can find in these places, and hardly a person, 1% or maybe 5% vote can be expected from this party, because now they do not have much importance. They are not upgrading themselves. Okay. Yes. The next is Communist Party of India, that is Marxist, CPIM. Okay. This was formed in the year 1964, and yes, apart from other things, whatever Marxism, Leninism, secularism and all, apart from this, they even oppose imperialism and even support socialism. They support socialism, but they oppose the imperialism. And yes, democratic elections are always supported. So if at all we are in a democratic nation, definitely we have to support democratic form of election, or say democratic election. And these people, that is CPIM, okay, which is a national party, which is a recognized national party, okay, yes, that has got its own importance, and definitely it is working towards improvement in the nation, okay, to bring improvement. So it enjoys support. See, when it comes to CPI, it had lost its importance. Now it comes to CPIM, they have got support from a few of the states here, that is West Bengal, Kerala, Tripura, especially from poor people or say even from farmers and laborers. So these are the a group of people who really support CPIM. Now it allows even free flow of foreign capital and even goods into the country. So the main aim of this CPIM, okay, to get the free flow of goods. Now see, you have studied this in economics that all the goods cannot enter into the nation, right? So there are ban on certain goods, but here when it comes to CPIM, they are planning or they want the free flow of goods from foreign nations so that there won't be any problem in getting any of the things done. So that is the main aim here. The next is Indian National Congress. Most of the people you know about INC, right? Congress, especially known as Congress. Yes, it is an oldest party, and yes, before independence itself, this has come into existence. It has been working. That in the year 1885 it had started. This particular thing got started under the leadership of Jawaharlal Nehru, and later on, now we can see much more improvement if considered. Okay, so yes, they wanted to build a modern secular democratic republic. Okay, they had the plans, they still have the plans probably. So it is present throughout the nation. So we know that everybody does it, right? Congress, most of the people, they do choose it, and it supports economic reforms. So this usually it has to be done by each and every party. It is not like exclusively Congress, but yes, everybody is they want this economy to get increased. Okay, so either of the way, you bring reformation, you bring certain changes, whatever it is, but see that you bring the economy has to get increased. So it supports economic reforms, no doubt. Currently it has, it is the opposition party. As you all know, from 2014 it has been an opposition party now, right? So the next one is the Nationalist Congress Party. This got formed in the year 1999, okay, and it espouses democracy, okay, first thing, Gandhian secularism, equity, social justice, and even federalism. So these are the few concepts wherein they support, or rather we can say it wants to explore or get into, they want to have these things, okay, when it comes to their party. So it is a major party is in Maharashtra. When it comes to this particular party, we can find it in Maharashtra, and it has got its importance even in Meghalaya, Manipur and Assam. So these are the few places wherein you can see that Nationalist Congress Party has got importance. Next comes the state parties, that is, see, as we all know, okay, see what happens when it comes to national parties, it is having its, we have already discussed this, right? What is a national party and what is state party? If at all a party, a political party, if it is having a boundary within the state itself and it is not recognized by other states, or other states are not having that political party, then definitely it will be called as state parties. And there are parties which is which is spread all over the states, okay, most of the states. So that will be called as national parties. So when it comes to national parties, we have already discussed few of the things here, that is BJP, Congress, your CPIM, etc., etc. So all these things come under national parties. When it comes to state parties, let us know a few things here. So when it comes to state parties, there are certain parties as state parties. We have already discussed about this. It is like recognized within a boundary of state. So it is not spread outside the state. So those political parties which is recognized within a state, which is having importance within a state, okay, so those parties will be called as state parties. So when it comes to state parties, they are regional in nature, okay, within a few region, few places that are within a state, and few are like a Samajwadi Party or say Rashtriya Janata Dal. You might have heard about Janata Dal and all, right? It is recognized in one or two particular states and all, right? So they have political organization at national level. No doubt, there are few Samajwadi Party or say your Janata Dal. Earlier it was the state party itself. Now they are having organization even at national level. Okay, so state identity. When it comes to state identity, Biju Janata Dal, okay, there are few which I'll be telling now. Sikkim Democratic Front, Mizo National Front, and Telangana Rashtra Samiti. So these are the few parties which can be considered as state parties, and in that few are having the national they are having organization at national level. Nothing but here and there they are recognized as a national party, not in full. So over last 3 decades, we could see that the number and strength of the parties has expanded. Okay, we can see that there is an expansion in the parties. Okay, and they have made like a parliament. Okay, and made parliament more diversified. Nothing but there has to be all kinds of people, right? So because of the state parties also this is happening, and these parties are being part of like coalition government. A coalition we have already discussed in the previous chapter, that is when it comes to the majority. If you want to prove a majority, what happens? They call it with another party, right? To prove to give the majority. So majority wins. This is what is there in the democratic election, right? Democratic form of election. So that's the reason when it comes to the democratic form of election and all, so you have to prove your majority, right? So if at all one particular party they have to prove the majority, what they do, if they feel that okay, the other party is ready to call it with themselves, okay, they offer them certain things and they show the majority. There would be coalition. The last time it was there, right, with Congress and your Kumar Swamy's yes. So they had the coalition government and all. Last maybe a few years back they had the coalition yes. So when it comes to this, these parties are being part of coalition government. So this has contributed to the strengthening of federalism. So as you all know, federalism has it has to gain much more importance, right? So when it comes to like giving importance, what happens? Federalism matters a lot. So if at all federalism is there, okay, so what happens? Yes, so when it comes to federalism, okay, so when it comes to federalism, if at all, when it comes to democratic form of nation, federalism also is got much more important. So when it comes to federalism, what happens? See, to strengthen the federalism, so we have already discussed about federalism in chapter 2, I suppose. Yes, so what happens in federalism? Federal nation, nothing but the distribution of powers do take place there, right? So yes, the coalition government. So with the coalition government, what happens? They can prove the majority, and even this, it has contributed to the strengthening of federalism, or say when it comes to federal form of government, what happens? See, now they are state parties, right? So they will be helpful for coalition government. So last time, I guess, Janata Dal, right, with Kumaraswamy's Janata Dal, and even this Congress, they had this coalition government, right? So what happens, you see, when it comes to this, if at all they are contributing towards the federalism. So federalism is wherein the central government does not pokes into the working of state government. State government has got its own power. So that is strengthened here, okay, because of these things. So those people work for that particular thing. So now let us know about the challenges to political parties. Do you think so they have got any challenges here? Yes, definitely they have 4 challenges here. Very first is lack of internal democracy, wherein they have to take it as a challenge, and they have to meet those things, okay, they have to take it as a challenge and they have to reach it. Very first thing. The second is dynastic succession, okay, the second challenge, which goes very difficult for the parties here, okay, political parties. The third is money and muscle power. No doubt you are having money, no doubt you are having muscle power, but how do you use it? Okay, in what way it is used? Again, that matters a lot. The next is meaningful choice. Okay, so let us know these things one by one. When it comes to challenges to political parties, as we know that these parties, okay, they always face one or the other. What happens? Political parties are the one which are visible, okay, for the people. If at all they fail to do any of the work, if they fail to carry out any of the policies as promised, they will be the first person to be blamed by the people. And when it comes to democratic form of government, who are the important person or personality we consider? It is the people, right? We have to keep them, or say we have to always see that we satisfy people, we keep them happy, so that their government still will be there. Okay, if not, what happens the next time? Their government will not be in the ruling part. Okay, they will not be having the ruling government. So that's the reason they have to be very careful. So when it comes to this, as we know, okay, as we know that yes, the parties are most visible face of democracy. So if at all you are considering democracy, political parties are the visible one, and it is easy to be blamed. Definitely, if they are not working for the betterment of the society, they will be blamed in one or the other way. So that's the reason they have to be very aware, and people show their strong dissatisfaction. So if at all they are not happy with whatever the work done by the political parties, like the ruling government and all, definitely the people show on the face itself the dissatisfaction that we are not happy with whatever you have done, right? Yes, so and even criticism is always seen. Okay, people do criticize if the works are not done properly, if the roads are not good. Definitely they would blame, saying that what the government we have chosen, right? We did not choose a right government because they are not doing anything here, right? They are not at all working for the betterment of the place, the society, nothing absolutely. So the next time, let us not vote for them. This is what the people decide, right? Yes. So because of this, there are certain challenges which the political parties they have to overcome. Let's see those challenges here. Very first is lack of internal democracy. Okay, so when it comes to the challenges, the very first is lack of internal democracy. So what is this internal democracy? No doubt democracy is nothing but government of the people, by the people and for the people. Then what is internal democracy? Do we have anything called as internal democracy? Let us see about that. So parties concentrate on one or few top leaders. What happens if one person is on the top? Okay, it's not like top, okay? If that person is having much more importance as a leader, so what this party people do? They start giving importance to that particular person itself, and they do not concentrate upon the remaining people who are really helping them. Okay, they fail to recognize them, or say they fail to give importance to those people. So now they won't consider any organization meeting, like they don't consider this organization meeting, they don't have, or they don't keep any member register, and they don't have regular internal elections. Again and again they will not conduct any internal election. Forget about external, that is like 5 years once, that is already decided. But when it comes to internal election also, they will not conduct it as and when required. So because of which that disturbs the internal democracy. So no sufficient information of the party will be given to the ordinary members. So ordinary member will not be knowing. See, only person who is rich, who is having good criminal records, okay, and who is known for like doing all the works and all, those persons will be having much more importance when it comes to political party. But an ordinary person, okay, who works hard, who works a lot, but he lacks with money, right? He will not be having sufficient money, so he will not be getting any importance in the party. So that is again, they are lacking with those things. That's a challenge for them, how they will work towards these things. So no means or influence in decision making. They won't get any influence. See what happens when you are deciding about certain things, you should be very strong enough to decide about a certain thing. If you are not doing that, then definitely you will lose your importance. So few leaders are given importance, and rather than maintaining the political party's respect and being loyal to it, what these party members do? They are very loyal towards the leader. Okay, leader, they want to impress the leader, they want to be good with the leader so that they get money, so that their earnings will be more, etc., etc. So all these things they keep in mind rather than being loyal towards the party, whatsoever the party is, either it is INC or whatever it is. So the people, okay, the members should be very loyal towards the party rather than being loyal to the person, okay, leader. But what these people do, they are loyal towards the people, the person, okay, the leader rather than the party. So this they are lacking with. That's the reason it's a challenge for them to improvise the, they have to get improvised in these things. They have to keep in mind that yes, this has to be taken as a challenge. The next is a dynastic succession. So what is this dynastic? Do we have any dynasty here so that we are talking about dynastic succession? Let us know about it. Yes, so when it comes to dynastic succession, what they are telling, these parties, they never keep any open and transparent records. Nothing but, see, whatever work they are carrying out, we call it as functioning of a party. Okay, not those functions, okay, a functioning of the party, the working, okay, how they are working and all. What they have to do is they have to keep a record, and it should be very transparent in nature. But what these people are doing, they are not maintaining that transparency, and only few can raise towards the top. Nothing but only few can become the top leaders, not all the ordinary members, not the ordinary member is not even asked. He will not even be given any importance there. So that is itself they are losing the importance. And those in position just favor family and friends. What happens, say, imagine X. X is a person who is there already in a party, and he is very rich and all. Okay, imagine he is a leader, he is very rich. Now his son will be given importance. Then next his son, nothing but successor, the one who who will be succeeding the other person will be given much more importance rather than any other thing. So that's the reason what happens, the person in position, what he does, he will give importance only to his family or friends or say very close to ones, and top positions are maintained by only one particular family, okay, family members of that political party, okay, one family. If at all they are the leaders, like they are at the top leaders, definitely they are next successors, okay, like what we call it as successions, okay, like successors itself will be the next leaders here. So that's the reason this is again a challenge. Okay, this is again a challenge wherein they have to remove all these things and they should see who is worth. Rather than giving only importance to few of the family or few top leaders, they have to give importance to even others who are really worth. Okay, like not good for democracy as does not give any chance for ordinary persons. So they have to keep in mind, because they have to give importance to democracy, as they have to uphold the democracy. Definitely they have to see that they give importance even for democracy. And yes, if they are giving any importance to democracy, they have to keep in mind that this dynastic succession should be stopped permanently. The next is money and muscle power. Okay, yes, the one who is having money or say muscle power, okay, that person will be given importance. Why? What is muscle power? Maybe like a Don kind of a person. Yes, so the one who is having money or say muscle power can be the winner here. Okay, so when it comes to political party, as party's main aim is to win. They have to win the election. That is what they will be having. Whether they are going in a right manner, whether they are being very true, doesn't matter. Only thing matters is, yes, we have to win. So that will be kept in mind. So when it comes to this, like either by using all the unfair means or even shortcuts will be used by political parties. So they choose candidates from powerful background, either the one who is having much money, like much more money, rich person, or maybe a person who is a criminal. Okay, both are possible here. So like even the rich people or even the companies who are funding them, so those people will be given importance and they have all the rights to make policies. So do you think these people will be knowing what policies has to be done? No, the person who actually interacts with people, okay, who might not be rich but does know what exactly the people are facing, what are the problems they are facing on the daily basis. So the person will be knowing exactly. So that's the reason like those people will not be given importance, which is again against the democracy. So but here what they do, they give importance to money and muscles, nothing but muscle power. Okay, like when it comes to these people, the one who is rich, they'll be given importance. So next is they do support criminals here and just to win the election. So this is common, which should be avoided actually. So that they have to take it as a challenge and they have to overcome all these things. The next is meaningful choice. Okay, so when it comes to meaningful choice, what is this meaningful choice? How they have to do it? Whether they have to choose, are there any choice given to them? So these things let us know here. So when it comes to meaningful choice, there are ideologicals like differences. Okay, when say what happens, one person will be having one idea, okay, related to improvement of or welfare of the people. The other person will be having some other idea. So when they are having different ideas, what they have to do is like they have to work together. They have to put together all the ideas and they have to come up with one particular thing. But what happens, because of the different ideas, there will be always differences. For example, you see in Britain what happened, Labour Party and the Conservative Party, they were having differences. No doubt fundamental, all the basic or fundamental aspects they had accepted. But when it comes to policy making and all, there were differences. Even in India, this is a common thing. Okay, economic policies are reduced in India due to such differences because of the differences in parties. Okay, within the party, the ideas are getting deferred. That's the reason, even in India, this is a common thing wherein economic policies are getting reduced. Okay, and people have no choice, people are not getting good choice because same set of leaders are there. So again and again we have to vote for them, or the same thing gets repeated. That's the reason. So when it comes to meaningful choice, you have to give good choice so that people can choose. When you are talking about democracy, then you have to see that you keep in mind the people and give importance to them. So the last topic is like parties, reforming parties, or say how the parties can be reformed. Are there any do you think so the parties would like to get reformed? No. Okay, the answer is no. But we want them to get reformed so that they get upgraded, they come up with all these challenges, they face these challenges, and they come up with certain things. So when it comes to this, they have to face the challenges as the parties they have to get ready to reform. So let us see certain suggestions given here. Okay, like whether they follow it or no doesn't matter, but yes, there are certain suggestions given here. So let us know about those things. Okay, because see, whenever each and every person needs a change, they have to get reformed, right? So if the party is following the same things again and again, the importance will be very less, right? People start giving less importance to that. That's the reason they have to keep in mind that yes, we have to get reformed. Okay, so let us see the suggestion what they have given. Very first is constitution was amended, okay, like to prevent elected MLAs and MPs from changing parties. What MLAs and MPs used to do usually, they kept changing parties again and again. So to stop them from doing that, constitution was amended. So they kept changing parties now, and now the law says if they do so, they will lose the seat in the legislature, and it is making them very difficult. So definitely this is again a reform, because see, today if at all I say okay, I'll join this party, I'm there for a month, again I'm changing my party, so it goes difficult, right? So that's the reason like constitution came up with the law saying that if you are changing the party again and again, then definitely you will be losing your seat in the legislature. Now it is being very difficult to the MLA and MP. Now reduction in influence of money, okay, and even criminals by Supreme Court. Supreme Court said that you have to reduce the money, like few people they lavishly spend money and all, right? So that you have to reduce, and even like criminals, okay, criminals should not be taken, as I told you, money and muscle power. So that has to be totally reduced. So they have to file an affidavit before they could see, maybe 9th I guess I have said this. So when it comes to candidate, okay, how the candidate is chosen and all, there we have discussed, like yes, he has to file an affidavit saying that, giving the details about his property, okay. Apart from that, even he has to mention even his qualification and all. With that, even if any criminal cases are pending on him, those details has to be given. So this is required when it comes to the suggestion. Yes, but this is a good suggestion, right? Again, people will get to know. See what happens. No doubt, if you are giving affidavit also, it goes very difficult for the people to choose the leader, because they will not be knowing what exactly he is. Only on written thing they cannot believe, right? Yes. So the next is Election Commission has passed an order to hold organizational election again and again and file IT return. So you have to keep this organizational election, okay, within your political party. You have to have this chairman election, okay, you have to conduct the election and you have to file the IT return, and through the parties do it looks like formality. So they do it, but it looks as though it is a formality because Election Commission has forced them to do it. They are doing it. So law has to be there to regulate the internal affairs of political parties. Strong laws are needed. What happens? They have to maintain register, which is not maintained till date. Okay, they are not maintaining. That has to be maintained. Flow, they have to follow the constitution. When it comes to a dependent authority, what happens? People, what they do, they are having their own constitution. They are having their own law. So this should not be there. They have to have they have to follow the law of land. Okay. Yes, and it should be mandatory to give minimum number of tickets to women candidates, 1/3. As we have already discussed, women candidates are also they have to be given importance, and yes, the seats has to be reserved for women quota. There should be state funding of election. If at all elections has to be carried out, then yes, state funding has to be there. Government has to give parties money to support their election. Like they have to give the party, okay, like all the parties, they have to give money to conduct the election. So these are the suggestions. So suggestions are not still accepted by all the political parties. No doubt these suggestions are given, but still they are not accepting it, and there has to be strict law. Okay, definitely every person would like to have a strict law, so that what happens, we have to give such a law saying that yes, you have to follow it. Somewhere we have to suppress them, not suppress, but we have to force them to follow these laws. Okay, like few people, they do disagree. What happens if certain things are not in favor, like in their favor, definitely they will not get ready to follow the rules and regulation, which has to be totally stopped. But they have to be asked that yes, please do follow all these rules and regulation. The next, see, there are ways to reform. Okay, there are ways to reform. Two ways are given here. Let us know about those things. Very first is people can put pressure on the political parties. Yes, so we are in democratic nation, right? So very first advantage of being into a democracy is people are given much more importance. And when people are given much more importance, what happens is people, if at all they try to put pressure on the political parties to follow the suggestion, to take up the suggestion, to accept these challenges, okay, through petitions or through publicity, wherein they can involve even the media there. Media plays very important role, right? Today you say something, they add on ingredients and they tell some other thing, right? Yes, not like that, but yes, when it comes to these things, media plays very important role. And once the political party gets to know that yes, public is not ready to support their party, or they are not ready to accept their party, they become aware, or they get to know that okay, it is the time that we have to accept the suggestion given for the reformation, and they get reformed. There are chances if at all people do put a pressure. Okay, if people pressurize them saying that yes, you have to follow, like yes, you get reform. If people, okay, like because people are very important, and if elections are conducted, who will be voting? Definitely people, right? And if they get to know, any of the political parties, they get to know that okay, people are not ready to support them, then definitely that would be a kind of a kind of trigger. Okay, like they would get ready to follow or to get reformed. So this would be the first thing. In fact, very good suggestion, right? The second one is it can improve if those who want this join political parties. See, people are also like what they have to say is any person who is interested to join the political party, you can join. If at all an ordinary person is given a chance to join the political party, then the things would be different, because democracy, right? People are given importance. People will understand that okay, people are recognized, people are given importance. So this political party is good. We can vote them. We can choose the leader from that political party. So this thing comes into the mind of people. So public participation is main thing. Okay, public participation matters a lot, because they will be knowing what exactly is going on. And if ordinary people, okay, do not join that particular political party, then it is not a good sign. Okay, ordinary man also has to join the political party. They have to be given chance. They should be recognized, so that yes, you join the party. Then what happens? The political party will be gaining much more importance. So bad politics can be solved by better policies. Always remember, though there are bad politics, politics is always a welcome, right? And it is played everywhere. So bad politics can be stopped. How it can be stopped? Only with good policies or better policies. So some restriction on those bad politics can totally stop those bad politics. So with this, dear students, we have finished your chapter, that is political parties. Okay, so in the next class we'll be discussing about importance of democracy again, okay, which is the last chapter for your this portion. Okay, hope you have understood the chapter. If you have any doubts, please let me know about the thing. So we have discussed about what are political parties, what is the necessity of political parties, why political parties should be formed, and whether like if at all there are people's movement and all is carried out, whether they have to join or they have to have their own political parties. If they do not have, what will be the consequences? If they have, what are the consequences? So these things we have discussed. Apart from that, kinds of political parties we did discuss. In that, national parties, few of the things we have discussed in that. Having national parties, we did even understand what is recognized political party. Okay, then comes the state parties we have discussed today, and the challenges. Every political party, the challenges faced by the political parties here. The next is, how can parties be reformed? Are there any chance to reform the political parties? And then we got to know like the challenges. Apart from that we got to know like two ways, okay, two important ways wherein we can force the political parties to get reformed. With this, dear students, we have come to the end of this chapter. Thank you so much for your patience. Have a great day. Okay, enjoy.